Hey everyone, it's Natasha Hamilton, your Thornhill real estate expert with eXp Realty, and welcome to your Thornhill housing market update for November 2025. So today I'm breaking down the real numbers, what they mean, and how they affect you as a buyer or seller. So let's get into it. So here's the big picture. Thornhill is officially shifting into a buyer leaning market. So we're seeing more inventory, more negotiating power for buyers, and longer selling times. So prices are softening year over year, and mortgage rates, while slightly lower than last year, they're still elevated, which is slowing down the pace of the market. So, in today's environment, strategy matters more than ever. So, whether you're buying or selling, you need to remember. Let's talk prices. So, right now, Thornhill's medium sale price is sitting in the mid 1.4 million range, while York Region overall averages around the mid 1.3 million mark. So, prices have softened compared to last year, but we're not seeing dramatic drops. It's more of a cooling trend than a crash. So, Thornhill remains relatively stable compared to the other GTA markets. Inventory and market balance. So, inventory has been one of the biggest shifts this year. Thornhill is now sitting at around 4 months of supply, which is a huge change from the tight inventory we've seen over the last few years. So, active listings in York Region are up roughly 20% year over year, meaning buyers have more options and real options in every price segment. So more inventory equals more negotiating power for buyers and fewer bidding wars. Homes in Thornhill are taking longer to sell, with the average days on market now sitting in the high 20s. So this is a direct reflection of increased choice. Instead of rushing into a decision within 24 hours, buyers now have weeks to think and compare and negotiate about the deal. So for buyers, this means your pricing and presentation need to be perfect. First impressions matter more than ever. I can't stress that enough. Buyers versus sellers market. So the sale to new listing ratio in the GTA is trending near 40%, which is down from 60% last year. So anytime we drop below 50%, we enter a buyer's market territory, meaning supply outweighs immediate demand. So this is giving buyers the most leverage they've had in years, especially in price and conditions. So this is a complete shift from the seller-dominated market we've had for many years. Now let's touch on mortgage rates. So variable rates are hovering around the 5% range, while fixed rates are landing in the low to mid 5% range. So rates have fallen from their 2024 highs, but they're still elevated enough to impact affordability and demand. So, what's the upside here? Home prices have adjusted to balance out the affordability equation, creating a more reasonable entry point for all these buyers. What are sellers doing right now? So, we're seeing more price reductions, more delistings, and a lot of sellers are choosing to wait rather than accept a lower offer. This measured approach is preventing drastic price declines and keeping the market relatively stable right now. Across Canada, we're seeing record fall price cuts, and Thornhill is following this national trend. Buyers, this is your moment, and here's why. So, there's more choice than we've ever had in years. Homes are sitting longer, giving you time to negotiate. Prices are softer, sellers are more flexible, and you can actually include conditions again. So, this is one of the most buyer-friendly markets Thornhill has seen in a very long time. Now, sellers, on the other hand, you can still win in this market, but you need the right strategy. So, here's what works right now: accurate pricing based on today's comps, premium marketing, so pro photos, video tours, floor plans, the whole works. Perfect presentation, so staging, repairs, decluttering, You want flexible showing schedules and being value competitive within your category. So homes are selling, but only when positioned properly. Even though we're seeing short-term cooling, long-term fundamentals still remain strong. So equity continues to build over time, even when the market fluctuates. And national research consistently shows that homeownership outperforms renting in the long run. So short-term dips are normal, and long-term appreciation is where real wealth is built. So how does Thornhill compare to the rest of York region? So Thornhill is mirroring regional trends, so more inventory, more days on the market, and moderate price softening. But Thornhill remains more stable than other areas thanks to high demand and limited land supply and strong community desirability. Thornhill typically corrects slower and recovers faster than many GTA suburbs, and we're seeing that pattern again right now. So, looking ahead to 2026, here's what will impact the market. We have Bank of Canada rate decisions, the balance between new listings and active buyers, immigration and population growth, always, seasonal listing cycles, and the overall consumer confidence. So, as rates drop, which many analysts expect, we'll see pent up demand surge back into the market. Totally. Here's what buyers should be doing right now. So you should be getting pre-approved with updated rates. Compare multiple properties because you guys have options. Negotiate confidently on price and conditions, and focus on lifestyle and long-term goals. This combination of softer pricing and increased selection, it won't last forever, so get on that. For sellers, here's your winning formula. So you want to nail your pricing strategy on day one. You want to prepare your home properly, so repairs, staging, cleaning, the full works. Invest in full service marketing, understand buyer psychology, and respond quickly to serious offers. So even in a slower market, well prepared and well priced homes are getting strong results. So here's a quick summary of where Thornhill stands right now. So medium prices are around the mid 1.4 million, inventory at roughly 4 months, days on market in the high 20s, and sales to new listing ratio is trending around 40%. Price cuts and delistings are increasing, and mortgage rates are still elevated. So overall, Thornhill is a buyer-leaning market, but it's fundamentally stable right now. So what does this all mean for you? So the extreme sellers market has definitely cooled, but we're not in a downturn. We're in a balanced transitional market. So buyers have leverage and sellers need strategy. Um, and long-term fundamentals remain strong across Thornhill and York region. So this is a market of opportunity for both sides with the right plan. So if you want the full Thornhill report or you're thinking about buying or selling, just send me a DM that says Thornhill and I will send you the complete breakdown with personalized strategies and everything you need. And you can also book a call through my website or just text me directly at 226-974-6544. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Natasha Hamilton, your local expert in Thornhill, and make sure to subscribe for more market updates, neighborhood tours, and buying and selling strategies. If you have any questions at all, reach out anytime, and I'll see you guys in the next video.